Hi and welcome to chair yoga again. For the chair yoga, you don't need anything else but a chair. Try to find one with a lean and without wheels. So it's a kind of firm chair where you can get support. And yes, I think that's it. So we can start. So come to sit on the edge of the chair so that you can get your feet firmly down on the floor. So really kind of pressing the foot soles into the ground. You can bring your hands to your thighs, maybe roll once your shoulders up and back, and then leave them down. And try to find a straight spine here. And maybe you lean back just a little bit. And you can also bring in the chin just slightly to find a straight and long spine. The crown of the head is reaching up towards the ceiling. And when you have a good position to sit in, you can go ahead and close your eyes. And we start with some breathing. So you can start to bring your attention, your focus, and your awareness towards your own breath. So just sensing into what your breath feels like right now. Just breathing with your normal breath, with your normal pace. The lungs and breathing have maybe been in the mind of everyone quite much for the last months, and that can cause a lot of tension in the body, a lot of kind of maybe not fear for everyone, but kind of turning inward, in which case we start to use the lungs less than they are capable to do. So the lungs are meant to be used properly, kind of all parts of the lungs, not only up front but also back and down. So in your own pace, start to guide your breath all the way down towards the lower parts of your lungs. So you just start to deepen your breath and slow it down. So with each inhale, you bring the air all the way down towards the lower parts of the lungs. Each exhale flows up and out through the nose. And continue like this in your own pace to deepen your breath. You start to use your lungs more proper, and all the parts of the lungs, you start to fill them fully and empty them. So just a little bit of breathing. You can continue like this in your own pace and notice what it feels like right now for you to do nothing more than just breathe. Is it hard for you? Does it come easy? Normally it's very hard to just sit and not do anything. And that's quite interesting to notice. That's also often the practice of yoga, of meditation, and all calm things to kind of be okay with the not doing, not achieving. Continue deepening your breath and see also if you can find the small pauses between the inhale and the exhale. Those are also a part of the breath. Maybe you can lengthen them just a little bit. If you notice that you start to breathe faster in order to, or while you try to breathe deeper, try to calm the breath down. So you can even count to 4 or 5 with each inhale and exhale. Take 5 more breaths like this in your own pace, and trust that this is the only thing that you need to do right now. Just breathe. It's good for the mind to trick it sometimes into not doing anything. Five breaths in your own pace, taking all the time in the world. If you feel the need to breathe out through your mouth, you can. With each exhale, you can allow the shoulders to drop down, the weight of the body to drop down. And allow the last breath of these 5 ones to come out through your mouth. So inhale fully to fill your lungs and exhale out through the mouth. One more time. Inhale to fill the lungs fully and exhale through the mouth. And after that, continue with your own natural breath. Maybe you already sense a change in your breath or in your mind. It's a good way to calm down the whole body by just breathing. You can start to slowly roll your shoulders where you start to come into some movement. So roll your shoulders up to the ears, then back and down, and continue like this, creating circles with the shoulders. Finding some movement in the neck area. It's a really good way to start the day with a good blood flow to the neck and to the brain. And continue breathing all the time. Maybe you inhale as you lift and exhale as you lower. Good. And when you come down, continue the circles in the opposite direction. So maybe forward if you were doing back. A couple of circles like this, big circles with the shoulders. And next time when you come down, switch the direction so that you're doing circles back. So just to open up the front before we leave the shoulders down. So do 2 more circles like this, towards the back and down. And after that you leave the shoulders down, opening up the chest. Good. Bring your hands to the sides and inhale to lift your hands up towards the ceiling and leave your hands here. So you're growing in length, really reaching up, so finding length to the spine, to the body. Inhale here and then exhale to cactus your arms to the side, so bending the elbows, opening up the fingers, really wide, opening the chest, and then inhale to lift the hands back up, reaching up. Continue like this. Exhale to cactus the arms, open up your chest, you can look up, and inhale to lift. Continue with your own breath like this. We all breathe in different pace. So opening up the chest, finding length to the body. You can also spread the fingers wide, so really opening also the palms for the day. Maybe you exhale out through the mouth. Good. One more time, cactus arms, and after that, leave your hands up. So inhaling to lift the hands up and leave them here. Interlace the fingers and then switch the palms up towards the ceiling. Growing in length here. Inhale up and then exhale to bring the hands to the right. So you find some length to the left side body and stay here. Try to keep the support for the lower back, so not kind of coming to the lower back, but finding the sit bones down in the chair. And then inhale back to middle, exhale towards the left, finding length to the right side of the body. Take a couple of breaths here towards the right side. Maybe exhale through the mouth. And inhale to come back to middle. Bring your hands interlaced behind your neck. So you find opening to the shoulders, the elbows open to the sides. And we start to twist from here. So inhale here and exhale to twist towards the right. So the right shoulder comes back, the left comes to the front. Breathing here. It's a very small twist, so it's not a lot of movement here, but some twisting for the spine. And the inhale brings you back to middle. Exhale to the left. You can also stay in movement, as I see someone is doing, so you can, with the breath, start kind of pumping from side to side. Or you can also stay still, whichever feels better. The foot soles are firmly down on the ground all the time. You're opening the elbows to the sides. Good, and then slowly come back to middle. We inhale here to open the chest forward, and then we exhale to bring the elbows together, rounding the spine. Shoulder blades come away from each other. Inhale to open the chest, and exhale to round. Elbows come together, you're looking down. Inhale to open. Exhale to round, and do a couple of these in your own pace. You can also stay rounded longer if you feel that you need that. You can stay open longer. So just to find some own movement here for your spine. So it's about finding movement to the spine here, opening the neck, opening the chest for the day. I know a lot of you work on the computer, if not all of you. So this is a good way to open up the upper back for the day. A couple of breaths still like this. Just nothing fancy, but it's very effective. Do 2 more openings in your own pace. And after the second one, we come to the middle. Do in your own pace everything until you're ready. Good. And from the middle, you can let go the hands maybe through the side, still opening, and down towards your lap. Good. Let's turn towards the legs. So bring in your right knee towards your chest. You can take a hold of it with your hands and really hug in the knee towards your chest here. Maybe you create some circles with the ankle. Toes can go around, maybe both directions. And after that, start to place the right ankle on top of the left knee and open the knee to the side. The ankle is on top of the knee is opening to the side. So we're going to start to fold forward from here. If you feel that this is enough for you, opening the hip, stay here. Otherwise, inhale here in the middle, straight spine, and exhale to start to fold forward. And try to keep the ankle active all the time. And you come just to fold forward here. You can allow the hands to land wherever they land naturally here, looking down. So the neck is long all the time, also here. You can even look towards the right, to the left, find some movement to the neck here as well. And remember to breathe here. We're opening up the hips. Also very important to do if you sit a lot. If you have a very stiff hip area, that can cause lower back pain. So it's good to open up the hips sometimes. Good, and then inhale to lift back to middle and let the foot sole come down to the ground. We come to the other side, so hug in the left knee and start to find some circles for the ankle. Both directions. Not so systematical here. And then you can start to bring the ankle on top of the right knee. Open up the knee to the side. Inhale here for your straight spine. And then exhale with a straight spine, start to come all the way forward and down. And then you stay at the very point that feels enough of stretching today, so maybe you don't come that much down, but you stay higher up. Try to keep the ankle active all the time, the left ankle. And remember to breathe, so all the time guiding the breath towards the lower parts of the lungs. Maybe you want to exhale through the mouth a couple of times if this is a hard place to be. Really good hip opener. Good. And then we start to straighten up the spine again and bring the foot sole down. From here, we open up the knees to the sides and allow the toes, heels and knees to point all out. So they're all to the same direction here. And the foot soles are firmly down. Start to bring the right elbow down to the right leg and inhale the left hand up towards the ceiling. And you can also look up. So finding stretch to the left side, but we're kind of starting to move here. So inhale here and then exhale to cactus the arm back. So you're opening your chest towards the ceiling just a little bit. It can be just 1 centimeter or 2. It's not a big movement. And then inhale to lift. Exhale to open up. Inhale to lift more. So just a small movement. It's not, doesn't matter what it looks like, if it's very correct or not. Everything is right here. So just kind of bringing the hand front and back, opening the chest towards the front, the ceiling. Good. A little bit of that's twisting for the spine here. And then we come back to middle and start to lift all the way back up. We come to the other side, so left elbow to left leg. Inhale, right hand up towards the ceiling. First finding length to the right side of the body. And then you start to open up the arm again here. So bringing the arm back, looking up, and bringing the arm to the front. So just a small movement here. Opening and rounding. So twisting for the spine. Remember to breathe. When we twist, we forget to breathe often. Good. And then we return back to middle, straight spine. Bring the knees back together and start to straighten the right leg towards the front. The heel comes down to the floor and you lift the toes up towards the ceiling. Maybe you can see my toes there. Yes. And from here we start to bend down. So we start to find the back of the leg. So inhale for the straight spine. Exhale to start to fold forward. Yes, it can be just a couple of centimeters. It can be further down. Maybe you even find the fingertips down on the floor or you hold the hands on the chair for support. And you can start to find movement here, bringing toes side to side. The neck is all the time relaxed, so long neck here. And the right leg does not have to be fully straight, so you don't need to think that you're somehow not doing it right if the leg isn't straight. The knee can be bent. Just a little bit of movement here, up and down. Remember to breathe. Good, and then we start to lift back up to middle, coming to the other side. So straighten the left leg, toes lift up towards the ceiling and the heel is down. Inhale for a straight spine and exhale to fold forward and down. Again, just as far as you feel is enough today. You'll have different bodies. And remember to keep the neck long. Not looking up, but rather down. Remember to breathe here, and you can bring some movement to the toes, bringing them side to side. A little bit of movement, maybe even bring your upper body slightly up and down, a little bit of pumping. Good. And then slowly we start to lift all the way up to seated. Good. From here we come actually to standing up. So we come to standing up. I will turn the chair so that you can see what we're doing. I will give you 2 options, so don't get scared of the first one if it looks too much. So we're going to stand in front of the chair. And from here we start to bring the left knee on top of the chair and the foot can come to lean on the lean of the chair. So we come here, and you can bend the right knee as much as you need to here. So we come here, you can bring your hands to your hips, and maybe you start to find the hip flexor or the front of the thigh. If it's not enough, you can even help with the hand and the foot closer. If it's too much, you can do this just while standing. So bringing the knee off of the chair. So choose a little bit of balance practice as well. Yes, that's perfect. Either here, you're opening the chest, so not hunching down, opening the chest. If you need more, you can grab with the left hand, the left foot. Yes, or if it's too much, you can be standing. Remember to breathe. Take 3 breaths wherever you are. When it gets hard, we forget to breathe. And after the third one, you can stand right up and bring the foot down. We come to the other side. So you can bring the right knee on the chair. The foot comes to the lean. And remember to kind of slightly bend the left knee. Hands can be on the hips, and you're opening the chest. Either here, or you grab a hold of the foot with the right hand, or you stand up. That's also perfect. A little bit of balance practice. Remember to breathe wherever you are. Maybe it's a little bit uncomfortable for the knee, but that's fine, it won't break. And 3 more breaths like this. Maybe breathe out through the mouth. And after the last one, you can lift back up to standing. Good. We will turn from here towards the chair and step the left foot forward, the right foot back. And we straighten both legs. Your hips are pointing towards the front of the chair, and the right heel can be off of the mat, so it doesn't have to come down. It can be quite up in the air. And from here, inhale to lift your hands up. Exhale to start to fold forward, bring your hands down to the chair. So maybe you notice that you start to find a stretch in the left back thigh. You can bring movement here, coming front to back. Maybe you bring hips side to side. Just finding the left leg a little bit here. We're not staying very long because the time is running out. Good. Remember to breathe. And also remember to keep the left knee soft, so not locking the knee fully. Good. And then from here, slowly start to lift back up to standing, and we switch the legs in any which way. Maybe you step the right foot front and left foot then back. And the left heel stays up so it doesn't have to come down, and then straighten both legs. Inhale to lift both hands up to the ceiling, and then exhale to start to fold forward. Bringing the hands to the chair, you can lean down on the chair. If you notice that it's hard for your balance, see that your feet are on 2 different lanes, so not too much after each other. Right knee soft all the time, and then you just breathe here, finding stretch for the back of the right thigh. You can bring some movement into this if you want. You can bring your hips side to side or weight front to back. The left foot can help with that. Good. Just some stretching for the back thigh. So if you now notice that your back thighs are a little bit stiff, this is a very good way to open them up in the middle of the day when you're very much seated. Good. And then slowly we start to lift back up from here. And we're going to actually turn turn the chair around so the lean comes towards you. You can bring your hands down on the chair and then step your feet further away. So inhale here and then exhale to start to lean forward and leave your hands on the chair. So you're opening up the shoulders. Your neck is long, you're looking down towards the floor. And you remember to breathe here. You can even start to guide your breath kind of to the back side of the lungs. So you imagine that you're breathing towards your back. Maybe you exhale through your mouth. Long neck. You can also move here a little bit up and down. Good, take 3 more breaths like this. Soften the face, soften the jaw as well. After the third one, you can let go of the chair and we start to actually lean all the way down towards the floor. So bringing the hands all the way down, you come into a forward fold. You can bend the knees quite much here. You can grab a hold of your elbows and bring the weight, the hands side to side. Maybe shake the head a little bit, yes and no, just to relax the neck. This is a good way to find length for the spine because it kind of compresses during the day. It's morning still, but you can do this in the middle of the day sometimes. Good, and then let go of the elbows, and from here, slowly with a round back, start to lift up into standing, vertebra by vertebra, and the head is the last one to lift. So you find your way through the whole spine up to standing. And when you come up, you can again roll the shoulders up to the ears, back and down, maybe once or twice. And then you kind of come into this perfect standing position. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. And I want you to thank yourself so very much for taking time for yourself, doing something good for your body. That's so important. You're the only one who can take care of that. And I thank you all for this practice today. Thank you.